Yeah, I've heard that. And quite honestly, I can't say that I've decided against or for it, to be honest with you. My only desire is to do where I am best, or where I can be best used. And I don't have any hard stances on anything that I want to do as far as that future is concerned. I've had conversations with a lot of different people about that. I've actually had conversations with Adrian about some other things that revolve around law enforcement. So I don't have a side, is what I'm saying.
Sure.
I haven't picked a side. It's just wherever I can be most effective is where I want to be.
Does our city need a different direction than we're going now in our leadership? And I say leadership in the mayor's office, in some of the council seats, etc.
I think the only different direction is maybe a bit more of coming together. The passion's there on all sides. I mean, whether it be with council, they're very forceful about some of the things they think and believe. Same with the mayor, the DA, the police chief. I just think that there should be more conversation. I think maybe, even daily conversation. There's really no reason why they all shouldn't meet daily and come up with some solutions. The only thing that stops something like that from happening is politics. And, I think that's a shame. I think it's a shame that the conversation goes towards, one person saying that they don't want to stink on them. So it's not me who's doing it. It's this person who's failing.
Right.
And there's a team there.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I mean, the police chief's part of that team. The mayor's part of that team.
When do you make your decision? What's your kind of drop dead deadline to get out there and decide, hey, I'm running for mayor, I'm going to go raise money and all that good stuff?
I guess a few months. But,
okay.
I gotta tell you, I'm having a great time with my kids, and, fishing and hanging out with them daily is probably the most peaceful thing that I've experienced probably in 10 years. And just watching them is, I don't know that I'm honestly ready to say that I want to give all that up and get back into the mix of politics. And it can get nasty. It's brutal. And, I don't know that I'm ready to make that leap.
Skeletons in your closet could come out. Is that a concern at all?
No, I probably got my fair of skeletons. Who was it? Who was it? Tim McGraw that said you don't have to dig too deep to find some dirt on me.
His book is at the library.
I am who I am.
Right.
My and with that, my life, the sum of my life made me a very successful homicide investigator. I think there are people in Shreveport, especially victims of crimes or surviving victims of crime, that you couldn't tell them anything about me, because the person who killed their loved one I went and got.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that political game will be played. I've heard the same stories for the past 20 years.
Sure.
He's some sort of womanizer or
right.
It's
right.
just whatever.
Right, but let me tell you a big picture thing for me, and I want to find a leader, and I'm not saying who is or who is not. My oldest son is out of the Marines. He's about to get into law enforcement. And I asked him one day, and I've told this story a zillion times on the air, but you may have not heard it, so I'm going to tell it to you. I said, you think you'll stay here, which is where he's born and raised, Bird High graduate, etc. And he said, no, Mom, I don't think so. And I said, why not? And he said, this looks like a town nobody cares about. That breaks your heart. I've lived here 37 years.
Yeah.
What can we do? What can a leader do to change that and to change that mindset? Because that's a mindset.
I think the first thing that needs to happen is people need to get out of their own way. I honestly think that everybody that's in government are good people. I mean, they really are. But I think when it comes to their own personal little kingdoms, they're a little overprotective, And I know what you're saying, and I can relate completely about your son, because my daughters, they're 12 years old, and they talk about, Dad, we live in the hood, people are shooting all the time, I mean, God, 12 years old and they got to hide in the bathtub? That's just ridiculous, And, these are my babies, so I can imagine how other people feel. But I'm just kind of frustrated with everybody, to be honest with you, that's in government. Not because I think they're bad people. It's just that, step back, and look at the big picture. And the big picture are people that want to go to Walmart, or people that want to go down Hearn Avenue. They don't want to get in the middle of gun battles. And whatever you have to do to stop that, we need to kind of get on board and just kind of, no one cares about you personally.